know, you made me go away, but guess what? I still love ya. Looking at the pitchfork in the road, had to make a choice which direction to go. Whichever path, it's gonna be a tough one. Had to run, but keep my faith, I'm God's son. Hard when you don't know what the future holds. Stay in control as my destiny unfolds. Had to look fear right in its eye. Don't you know that's a devil in disguise?
Forced out to achieve my dreams. Head to head where we are.
Back, everybody. We got another episode here bringing to you live. You got myself right here. We got KP.
I'm Daniel Farmington.
And we got the one and the only. You know, this man right here has made his way and figured it out. You know what I mean? Not just in one lane, but many different lanes. Who do we got?
Omegared.
Omegared's in the building.
Welcome.
Red Negro.
welcome.
Thank you for coming, man. We appreciate it.
Nah, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's an honor.
Oh yeah, you got quite the list of things you've done in life, and we're excited to hear all about them.
Yeah, man. I'm still trying to figure my way out, man. I mean, I got some things figured out, but I'm still evolving too. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be a constant evolution of whatever I do. You know?
Oh, welcome to the show. Like I said, the show is designed to create it. You know what I mean? To bring people together and hope to inspire somebody through someone's life's trials and tribulations. And what makes this story or this cast even more unique. Yeah, we're from the local Buffalo area, but you know we bring in individuals like yourself. You're not from here. You know what I mean? You mix and mingle here. Yeah. But you're from another state. Like you know what I mean?
I've been here long enough though. I've been here for 15 years now though. So you know what I'm saying? I consider myself as a Buffalonian as well.
100%.
I got like a dual citizen. I got like a dual thing going on in Boston and Buffalo, but I also got a hub in LA too. You know what I'm saying? Because I spent a lot of time out there. LA is actually where you know what I'm saying I got broke. You know what I'm saying? They really put me on out there. That's where my music career really started. You know what I'm saying?
Hence why you have so many lanes.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So let's get this thing started, Dan.
Yeah. How about let's go to Boston.
Okay.
Grow up. Tell us about your childhood. Don't skip over because I want to hear the good. The details, you know what I mean?
So my childhood, man, I grew up in a very large family. I'm the youngest of 8, but my immediate family was, me, I had 2 sisters. Full-blooded sisters, and then we grew up in a city, actually, where around the Wahlbergs, like in Dorchester. You know what I'm saying? So in Dorchester, you're known for what hood you're from. They know you from the parish, like because Catholic. They grew up super Catholic, in you know what I'm saying, like Massachusetts is a Catholic state.
Yeah.
So I went to St. Matthew's Parish, so that was my hood, St. Matthew's Parish, and grew up in Dorchester, and actually, the Wahlbergs, they used to do, we had like summer camp, St. Matthews, Danny Wahlberg actually taught me how to break dance. My cousin actually wrote, his name was MC Spice. He wrote Good Vibrations for Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yo.
Yeah, so the music runs deep in my family, surrounded around a lot of love, a lot of music, and yeah, my aunt was Donnasummer, so she was like the queen of disco. So
I was gonna say the queen, right?
Yeah, the queen, pop icon. Actually, she was a cultural icon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
no doubt about it.
We didn't really
get music running through your veins.
Yeah, running through it. And then in 3rd grade, I started playing saxophone. But I started, that's why I started, in Dorchester. Then I moved in the suburbs, about 20 minutes outside of Dorchester, in a town called Randolph. And that's when I started playing the saxophone, and then I was doing marching band, jazz band, and stuff like that. And then man, all right, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. So when I got out of high school, I went in the military. My father was like, "You got 2 choices. Get out the house. You know what I'm saying, or go in the military. I suggest you go in the military. You're smart. Go in the Air Force." So I went into the Air Force. So I did 4 years, got to travel overseas, lived in Germany for 2 years, traveled all through Europe, Middle East. And I got to travel a lot just in general, being in the military. I would do like 6 month temporary duty stations, what they call it TDY. Okay. So I did that for a while. But I still, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, like I was young and I was still had that hustler's mentality. When I got out of the military when I was 21, so I kind of went back to the streets and hustling, because I was always hustling while I was in school too. Like, I used to sell, bags and nicks and dimes and stuff like that in high school. My aunt would give me £1, You know what I mean? And I bag it all up, you know what I'm saying? Sell weed in school, you know, nicks and dimes, whatever.
Wait,
but
your Aunt Donna?
No.
I was just making sure.
Bro, no, not my aunt. Not my aunt. I know that's clickbait right there. But yeah, nah, she wouldn't do that. My other aunt. But yeah, so but I still had that hustle mentality. So I kind of went back in the streets, man, you know what I'm saying? And you know, eventually that, you know, like I would say like 9 months later, maybe a year later, I ended up getting incarcerated for like 3.5 years.
Okay.
So that's a quick summary.
Yeah. What'd you do?
Where I'm from and what I do.
Yeah. Yes.
It was a childhood friend of mine, you know what I'm saying? He just, he messed up a lot of money, you know, and he insulted a lot of people and myself included. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, things just got escalated, you know, and, you know, shit happens, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, they charged me with, you know, possession of a firearm, home invasion, kidnapping, assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, larceny over 100,000. It was pretty, I had like 8 felonies charges, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was pretty crazy.
So how many years did you give for that?
I did about 3.5 years, and I did like 10 years probation. Yeah, actually, what happened? Yeah, my childhood friend, he snitched on me. That's pretty much what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like he went to court and was like, he didn't want to pay the consequences to his actions. So you know, he took. So
you did.
He took that route. You know? So.
I heard you mention something about the service and everything. Mm-hmm. Now, were you in active duty or were you just, you know, what I mean,
I was active duty, bro.
So you went over and served and everything. Now, just a quick question, if you don't mind us diving into that.
Sure.
Did you know, obviously the endurance of what you've seen and everything over there is pretty detrimental to someone's brain. You know what I mean? A lot of veterans and everything nowadays suffer from PTSD. You know what I mean? How can you help shed light upon, you know what I mean, that experience of what you went through to where you're at right now and your success and, you know what I mean, to possibly help somebody?
Well, I definitely, so I'm a veteran as well. So, and I get benefits. It's lovely. So I think I think therapy is I think therapy helps a lot. A lot of veterans, I can't speak on all the veterans, but I feel like therapy and seeking help, going to the the vet, and the veteran hospital and seeking help and getting therapy is really great. I think marijuana is great for that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause there's a lot of, my dad had PTSD cause he was in Vietnam and I see the things that triggered him, you know what I'm saying? So, it's really, they have to want to get better too though. Right. So I think it takes a community as well. Like the people who are around them that love them and care about them is, staying on top of that as well. It takes a community to help the veterans, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
I feel that's what I've seen, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it takes.
No doubt about it. Can we still talk about that? How was being in the military for you? Was it tough or was it?
I mean, I had a little culture shock when I got to Lackland in Texas. Let me see it was Lackland in San Antonio. Yeah, so I was in San Antonio and it was kind of crazy, man. It was like, the stuff you see in the movies, right? Like when you go for training and everyone's sitting standing at attention and you hit a click 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 click, you know what I'm saying? The TI, you know what I'm saying? And people were dropping and fainting, like, you know what I'm saying? And like people were like, I want to go home. Like it was pretty crazy. So it was kind of a culture shock to me because I traveled a lot of different places when I was younger, like, where my family was at, like South Carolina and all those places. But like to go into like Texas and go places where like I had nobody, no friends, no nothing. I was there by myself. Yeah. It was definitely a different experience. So I had a culture shock.
Was there a lot of racism happening?
I mean, there's racism all the time.
It's always happening. No, I know.
But I mean, did I experience it? I don't think. I think growing up in Boston, I was taught how to deal with that shit, bro. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Because Boston, like,
so Texas was no more or less just.
Nah, actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of love in Texas, to be honest with you. But I think it's about, at the end of the day, I think it's about the person. Because I grew up with cats that were racist, man. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, Red, we fuck with you, Red, but we don't like those motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think sometimes it's about, your who you are inside. You know what I'm saying? When people get past the color, you know what I'm saying? I think it's the color thing that you're taught at first, but after a while, man, if a person's smart, man, and has some common sense, get past that. I'm sure you grew up different, like, you know what I'm saying?
Doubt.
I'm sure you got some experiences to tell us.
Well, Buffalo's pretty segregated, and I didn't even realize it until I was an adult. Until I went somewhere else and went, oh shit, I didn't know.
So, did you grow up like? Did your parents Did you grow up like
I
around
bounced
racist parents or?
I had racist family members.
Yeah,
no doubt. So, my mom did a good job of fucking teaching me love.
Yeah, so it's all about how you being taught. But I mean, we're in America, so I mean that's we're in America.
It's pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. You know what I'm saying? And me growing
I guess
up,
maybe it's my fault for just assuming Texas was more. In my head, Texas had more racism.
I'm gonna tell you about that. They'll be honest about you though. They'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Like up north, it's a little bit more, subliminal and hidden. You know what I'm saying? It's more systematic. But down south, it's like, nah, we get out of here. We don't. They won't even look at you or talk to you. They'll let you know right up. I'd rather know who I'm dealing with than not know
having that snake in that grass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
the answer is it was easier. Here, pull the mic, get a little in front of you. Put it like right
there?
Right there, perfect.
Cool.
I think that'll hit perfect.
Yeah, but growing up in Boston though, like they got you ready for that. They got you ready for the world. And actually a lot of black scholars would go to Harvard, you know what I'm saying, and study, you know what I'm saying, to learn about racism and the history of racism and all that stuff. So, I was ready for it. Boston kind of got me ready for the world, but it was just a culture shock when I started going other places. Yeah. And the mindset was different, I
mean, from the outside looking at your life, you know what I mean? You have a pretty much unique, pretty mixed. A lot going on, you know what I mean? From what you went through as a child, you went through as a child to where you went through as in the military, you know what I mean? You went through discipline, you went through the racism, you know what I mean? To where you actually ultimately, would you say all those, you know what I mean? Those faulty things as a younger individual created a successful person right now?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I was exposed to a lot of different cultures at a really young age. You know what I'm saying? And my aunt was like one of the pioneers. Like she had an interracial marriage in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? And her first daughter was half German and black. You know what I'm saying? She lived in Germany for quite some time. Yeah, and spoke German too. So she was like she's like a pioneer of that. You know what I'm saying? It kind of, I don't know, man. I guess it just rubbed off. I guess I don't know. Right. But a lot of people in my family are very, multicultural. Like me, I'm mixed as well. So I'm native, right? I'm native and Scottish and African American.
It's funny because people that say they're like Native American. Well, you're native to America? No, I'm just joking. No, but like I said, a lot of people when you dive into heritage and cultures and you start learning the uniqueness of them.
Yep.
Start learning the similarities too, isn't it?
I mean, listen, I had a nice little sit down one time, and I studied a lot of different religions, and they all simulate each other. Simulate everything. I mean, from Buddhas to Muslim to they simulate the same thing, but just differentiate in their own ways. Right. And it's just beautiful. It's just like each human being.
Yeah, it's like
my whole philosophy on that, man, with it's like we all like when you see the fireworks like on the 4th of July, right? Everyone's in a different spot in a different location, so the view is gonna be different. So that's how I look at religion. Like it's like the same God, but everyone sees it from a different view.
Yep.
So.
So now we're at the point to where you're out of the military. You know what I mean? You're pretty much on your own. What are you seeking at that point?
Well, while I was in jail, I wrote over 350 songs, and I was just like, when I get out, man, I gotta go get into this music industry and just take a deep dive. So I formulated a plan and was like, how am I gonna get a radio? So then I was like, the DJs. So there's this big DJ out in Boston at the time. He still is a big DJ. He's my man. I love him to death. His name's DJ Roy Barboza. He's a big dog pit bull. He's part of Funkmaster Flex's crew. And so he used to DJ at this hood spot called Guido Shays. Everybody in Boston and Brockton, Massachusetts, they know what I'm talking about. Real hood spot. People getting shot like every weekend, but it was still popping. So I said, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna get befriend this dude. So I went right up to the DJ booth and was like, Roy, my name's omegared. You know what I'm saying? I just got out of jail. I'm trying to start my music career. You know what I'm saying? I just want to connect with you. So he kind of looked at me, wrote his number down, threw it to me. I was like, all right, cool. And then I went about my business. And I called him for like 2 weeks straight, just, trying to, get at him. And then he finally called me like the 3rd week and was like, yeah, I seen you been calling me. I've been busy, blah, blah, blah. But, I got this, I'm doing this club down in Saugus. Do you want to come with me? I was like, sure. He's like, do you mind, if you carry the crates, whatever? And I was like, cool. I'm like, yeah, I'll carry the crates. And so I carried the crates for like 2 years, going to all the clubs with him, making connections. They knew me as the crate boy. And I was like, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be the crate boy. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the crate boy. But watch me later. Yeah. So eventually, me and Roy got really super tight. A lot of people didn't like it because I was kind of, putting game on to him and letting him know who's not real and who's real. Because it was working. A lot of people don't like it because it was working. Yeah, so we had a record pool. And, I told him, I said, I don't know what this dude, the dude's running your record pool, man. I don't know, man. I think something's wrong. And he's like, no, that's my man.
I bumped the camera.
And then he was like, we good? We good?
You good?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Cool, it's cool. He was like, he's my man. I was like, I don't know. And then he called me like a week later. He's like, yo, he robbed me from my record pool. He robbed me like 10 G's out of my record pool. How'd you know? I was like, bro, I just seen a lot at a really young age. I just got out of jail, man. I could see, what I'm saying? I could see everything that's going on, man.
Tell by the way he's moving.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When someone don't look you in the eye when you talk to him. And
pick up on somebody's vibes when you got that.
You know what I'm saying?
When you got that training, it's naturally, you see somebody's movement.
Mm-hmm. So, and then, so after that, we just became super tight. And then I kept throwing him records and he was like, eh. But then I sent this record called Soul Clap. And he was like, yo, this record's fire. And then that was my first break. Like I was the first independent artist to get played on Clear Channel Radio.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? And,
you don't focus your music in one genre, right? You got a whole different,
So, yeah, man. So I'm because I'm a musician, right? So I play the saxophone. So, I write, I compose, I can read music. You know what I'm saying? So
you need to bring the sax next time.
Well, I got a video about to drop that I play saxophone in. You know what I'm saying? So it's called The L. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But so I fuse a lot of different music. You know what I'm saying? So for the Music and Arts Festival I did over at Riverworks. I did a set of hip rock. So it's fused with hip hop and rock, but it's not like it's like real rock. It's like, it would be like listen to a real rock song with just rap on it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of musicality. So, and then, I like to perform with live bands, you know what I'm saying? And I was doing that in the early 2000s before it was a thing, before the bigger artists was doing that. I was doing that in like junior high school and all that. So
not to cut you off, but you should check out my boy Aspect.
Oh, yeah,
okay, no, for sure.
Definitely. I mean, he's nasty on that guitar, bro.
Okay, that's what's up.
And everybody. Put a link right here.
Bing. Yeah, I'm always looking to work with musicians. I'm always looking for dope musicians to work with in the band and stuff like that. But
this is
I do
good
EDM.
City for it because we got a lot of bands and a lot of people into hip hop. Have you heard of Type Relevant?
No, I never heard of him.
Oh man, John Hunter,
the
beast on the drums.
Yeah, you got you.
Oh yeah,
put me on. But yeah, so I do EDM, I do pop, dance, R&B. Because I sing a little bit. I could hold a few falsettos. You know what I'm saying? I wish I grew up in the era of Motown, because I'd have been one of them falsetto cats. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I blow your mind this time?
Oh. Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah. So my pops grew up on Motown, so he seeded me with a lot of that. And my mom's was a huge Jimi Hendrix fan. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the 70s, teenager in the 70s and all that. So I got exposed to a lot of soul and rock, classic rock. You know what I'm saying? And then the hip hop, the disco, then the hip hop came in and with Sugar Hill Gang, but they weren't the originals. But with that whole transition, I was there. Mm-hmm. I was like young, but I seen the birth of hip hop. Yeah. Ain't that crazy? And it's going on his 50th year.
Wait, how
old
are
nothing
you,
against,
Omega?
Listen, not against nothing against the hip hop nowadays, but it's not hip hop like it was back in the day, man. I mean, no, it's still hip hop.
Hip hop, is it?
I mean, it is, but back in the day,
Depends on where you're looking, but yeah.
They just had
people don't close their eyes when they sing anymore.
So
I guess that's what it is. I guess try to grab it really.
Yeah.
How I see it is, this evolution, man, music, right? So you have like rock and roll, back then that was like taboo, right? And now it's a big thing. Like the hip hop, I'm a constant learner of music, so when my parents, they were like, what's this hip hop shit? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I never want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? My kids, you know what I'm saying? So even though the messaging is different and the style's different, there is still some good hip hop out here. With,
100%. I'm not saying that it's not, but it's not the same.
It's gonna be different.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? Too. I always.
You're talking about a song from maybe about 5 to 6 minutes to now. What is it? 2 minutes?
Yeah, we're in the information age though. Everything's fast.
Yeah. Well, who's responsible for those kids?
We are
the internet.
No, it's our kids.
Yeah,
The internet. The internet. Let's be real. The internet.
The internet too. Yeah, that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because we give them these tools, right? We give them these tools, right? We give it to them like just to shut them up, when they're kids, right? And they're on my pads like boo, 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 boo.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
that hammer could put the nail down or a hole in the head.
They lack wisdom. So they may have all the knowledge, they may have, but they lack the wisdom. And that's
why I personally feel that?
Tell me.
Because of instant gratification, they want it yesterday.
So that wisdom doesn't, bro.
So that wisdom doesn't come with that. I just want to touch base. You know what I mean? Just simulate things. You know what I mean?
No, I'm right with you, bro. I'm right with you, man. Like I'm serious. Like it's really, like I said, man, I'm a constant learner. Like I don't think that I can't learn anything from any. Even though the younger generation they got their thing going on, like they still can learn from the older generation. There has to be more collaboration. I talk. I had conversations like this with my brother-in-law, Will, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause he does Twitch. He's on Twitch, right? He DJs on there. So he runs into a lot of younger DJs and, whatever. So he asked me questions. I'm like, yeah, this, just rock out with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just collaboration, man. It's just got to collaborate. And I like to learn from them, the new style, the new cadences, new arrangements. And then I can show them how, about content, you know what I'm saying, about the content, like what they're saying.
Each one teach one.
Yeah, keep your content or keep your originality or keep a certain level of consciousness. Because we all go through life experiences. Like I've been in the streets, I've done stuff, so I can talk. I don't talk about that stuff no more. I talk about what I used to do and how I transitioned out of it. You know what I'm saying? But there's still got to be a level of consciousness. It just can't be just one type of messaging in your music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because as you grow, your music should grow.
Yeah. You should be talking more than one person as well.
Your experiences grow, so your lyrics should.
No doubt. You see that in artists.
Music should stimulate around a person's life, you know what I mean?
Well, you see it in artists, whether it's a gift or a curse, a good thing or a bad thing. They get money, things change.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in a really, I think we're in an exciting time because it's really about like anyone could be successful. It's all about how you apply yourself and how consistent you are.
Yeah,
100%.
Tell us about those successes outside of hip hop, if you don't mind.
Business aspects.
Okay, so I get being in the music industry and after tapping into the music publishing side of things, I really understood this was a business, right? So I got into music publishing and I signed a co-publishing deal, and I with this.
I lost the cherry.
With this company out in LA, and they taught me the publishing game, and then I started my own publishing company. And so I started to realize, I said, shit, man, like I need to make more revenue streams like this, like, because I get a check every quarter, but that wasn't enough, you know what I'm saying? I'm still building my portfolio, so I had to figure another way to create another revenue stream. So I just kind of put a resume together, what I did in the music industry, and put it out in the corporate world. So they
marketing, right?
Sales and marketing. So they was asking me to, they wanted me to sell insurance. They wanted me to sell all this other crap. And I was just like, I don't want to sell this shit. Like I didn't have a passion for that. And then this company called New Money out of New York City was like, Rob, you ever heard about credit card processing? And I was like, I got my credit card. I don't know. Like, nah. And I was like, well, you just go into a store and you tell them you can save the money, and if they give you the business, you'll get a upfront bonus, signing bonus, and then you'll get a monthly residual off of their account. And I was like, what? That's all I gotta do?
Yeah.
So at that time, I was living in Orchard Park, like the Lackawanna borderline, right off Abbott, right over there. And I sold like 12 accounts that week, and they were like, oh my god, we can't believe anyone sold that many accounts. So I was just hungry. I wanted to get bread, so I was hustling, like I was out there in the streets. Yeah. So I got into that. I got into it's called merchant services, payment processing, and I got into that. So the first couple of years it was really rough. They would do stuff like the industry could be misguided and leading too. Because if I say that I was going to give a business owner a certain rate, that 6 months to a year they would hike the rate up.
Yeah.
So it made me look like I was, bullshitting and lying to them. So I'm like, this pizza guy, he's right down the street.
Because you're taking care of real people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he lives right down the street from you, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be doing this. So then I realized how misguided and misleading they could be.
Is that why do you think the other people weren't doing as well? It's because they were more hitting leads and staying on book, and you were out there talking to the real people.
Well, they're lazy.
Yeah, right.
They said weren't getting out and selling.
That was how they were supposed to do it, though.
You got to go out there and you got to go out
Put
there.
yourself out there.
Yeah, you got to go out there and tell. And
it wasn't
yourself.
like cold calling though, or nothing.
Yeah, that's what cold calling is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can cold call on the phone, or you can cold call by walking into a store. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ever go to a store? You ever see you walk in a store that says no soliciting?
Yeah,
that's because of people like me.
Yeah, fuck that noise.
You know what I'm saying? But I didn't go in there like try to solicit, but I went in there acting like I was gonna buy something, or you know what I'm saying? Like, this is nice, whatever, and I befriend the. And
you thought you had a good deal for them.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah. I mean,
There's no reason.
Yeah, it was a great deal.
Yeah, it was a great deal. Yeah.
So what happened was, I moved a few companies, and I started to learn more and more and more, and then I got to the Cadillac of processors. I'm not gonna say their name because I don't brand companies anymore, but they taught me the actual game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for that. And I was with them for 4 years, and I crushed it while I was there. But at the same time, I felt like there were things that weren't being, there were connections and partnerships that I was not getting that I felt that I deserved. Because I worked twice as hard as some of the other reps that were there, and they were crushing it. But I was crushing it just as good as them, but I had to work twice as hard because I didn't have those relationships.
So that's typical corporation stuff, you know?
Yeah, they want you to drink the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? They want to use you for your talent, you know what I'm saying? And then, you're good as your last deal. And then once they're done with you, they dispose of you, right? So I was like, nah, I'm not going to have that. So, I had my own consulting business. It was called WNY Merchant Consulting. So I laid it dormant for a while I was focusing on building, my portfolio with the other company. And then once I was done, I got vested. Vested means you sold enough where no matter what, even if you leave, they still pay you the residual off of those accounts that you got from them.
Nice.
Right? So
yeah.
I'm still getting paid.
Yeah.
And I started my own thing, and now I have my own, now I'm a broker now, so I have my own brand, and I can work with multiple processors, and I have multiple strategic partners now because I'm not proprietary anymore with this one company.
Now let's go back to that corporation part. What was it like when transitioning over to that? I mean, because a lot of people shy away from that because they say they do this and they do that, and they got more than enough, and corporation is big. What is it like?
I mean, the reason why I did it in the first place because when I went back home to Boston, I was trying to sell an account at a club on Lansdowne Street, and I seen the name of the company, and I was like, they're doing this. This club was doing like $7 million a month. And processing. So I was like,
I can save you a lot of money.
If you can't beat them, join them. So I want to learn. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I'm not afraid to learn. I'm not in humility is a motherfucker, man. Like, I just had to humble myself, you know what I'm saying? To like be like, I want to do this. Like coming from having like huge records with, like Detail, big platinum records and stuff like that, and getting on the Billboard charts. And, and then when, I had a partner, but we broke ways. So I was kind of starting from ground zero again. That's kind of where I met M80, you know what I'm saying? When we
shout out to
me on the
M80.
grind, you know what I'm saying?
Producer M80. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So M80 see me on the grind. I was on a suit, going through trying to sell, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get popping. So, yeah, but it's humbling, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you rely on people to help you. That's when I realized, like, you know what? I got to give back. If I want people to help me, I got to help people. You know what I'm saying? So I started connecting people, helping people with relationships, helping business owners and aspects of their business that they normally couldn't do anything, you know what I'm saying, with. So that's how I, got to where I'm at today, man. It's really just connecting people and helping people, man, and genuinely caring about people's businesses. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say if a business is constantly changing, that there's constant growth?
Oh yeah, you have to just become an early adapter and always stay open-minded. You know what I'm saying? During the pandemic, I've seen a lot of businesses fail because they refuse to adapt and they didn't want to be open-minded because you know how they say in Buffalo, this is Buffalo, this is how we do it here.
Yeah.
This is how we've been doing it for 25 years. This is how, You know, and then the pandemic hit, and then they're all like, "Well, we got to change." You know,
yeah.
You've seen a lot of businesses like drop. Like, well, I thought they were okay.
And a lot of restaurants stayed open, made tons of money just because they stayed open.
Right.
They didn't do nothing different. They
then
just
you seen some,
open.
you know, you've seen some tank. You know, and that tells you like obviously their business wasn't right.
Oh, yeah,
their foundation wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
so they were just floating.
I come across a saying. They say if you come up with a lot of paper at the end of 2022, you know what I mean, you're very successful in 2023. Do you agree with that or not?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I forget where I read it. It was in like a success magazine part. They're saying, but the ones that come out in 2022 at the end there with the most money and the most, you know what I mean, items, you know what I mean? Because after the recession, usually they were saying is what they were determining on.
Right.
It's going to be very successful in 2023 or the following year previously after that.
I mean, it depends. It all depends on, you know, it's very like, it's hard to navigate someone else's success. You know what I'm saying?
Just overall.
I mean,
I'm hoping yes.
I mean, they should. I mean,
we all are. We all are.
I plan to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I plan to be successful 2003. Like,
No
but
doubt.
you gotta set it up for that though.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm saying?
2022 is the best year of my life, and now 2023 will be the best year of my life.
I mean, I had a really good time in the pandemic, man. I mean, I was crushing it in the pandemic.
No, me too. I almost felt bad to some extent.
Yeah.
I was like, there's
I
got to be
didn't feel
people
bad at all.
suffering somewhere, and I was.
I feel bad at all because it just showed, man, like
Your drive.
my drive and my willingness to adapt, constantly adapting. You know what I'm saying, and being open minded, and then having a skill and having a need, having something that a need that business owners want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what was your move through COVID? What was the pinnacle difference
I went to the digital. I started going. I always told businesses that they're gonna have to like do online stuff eventually. You know what I'm saying? Online delivery, online ordering, and all that stuff.
A lot of them probably didn't believe you, thinking that you just
like I said, this is Buffalo. We don't need that.
Yeah.
You know. So I was like, all right. And then the pandemic hit, and it was like.
Then they hit the M80 MacBook.
Yeah.
Get hit with it.
Yeah. Rob, you know that online processing you was talking about? You still got that? Oh yeah, I laid it on, but flipped the switch, kept them on. You know what I'm saying? And then I just got referrals from there. You know,
it's a beautiful thing. Especially when you put yourself out there like you have. I mean, from your hometown to your hometown here back to your hometown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I lived in Brooklyn before I moved here. And so while I was in Brooklyn, that's where things really took off. That's where I met my ex-publicist, Tanya Payton, and that's when I was back and forth to LA, and like I was bi-coastal pretty much that, you know, for the 3.5 years I was out there in Brooklyn. And then once I had my daughter, I was like, yo, like I was coming up here a lot, and I started to understand social economics, and I was just like, yo, I can own like mad property up here, and the rent's crazy low up here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can stretch my money long out here. And then like the people were, I could just tell that the people were underserved. Like they, you know what I'm saying? They needed more people like me out to come here and offer my gifts and my talents, you know what I'm saying? And if they wanted to go somewhere else and they wanted to do something, I had connections other places I could connect them with. I've done that for a lot of people here in Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come to a place where it wasn't as saturated, like being in LA, being in New York City, being in Boston. Like I pretty much conquered those cities. Like, you know, I have a name in all those different hubs. So I wanted to come somewhere else where I didn't have a name. But I came out here a little cocky and arrogant, like, yo, I'm about to come out here, you know what I'm saying, take over. And they were like, we don't give a fuck where you from, who you are. You gotta prove to us what you're about first. I was like, fuck, I gotta do this all over again. You know what I mean? So, you know, but it was a shorter time because I knew what success looked like, and I knew the formula. So I just applied it much quicker, you know what I'm saying? Because I already done it before. So
I mean, you were carrying those pails that you used to say, remember?
Say it again?
Remember when you went on tour and you had to carry those things you said?
Yeah, yep.
You started from the start. You know
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I just strapped my boots up, man.
As long as you're fine with that, you know what I mean? You're going to succeed.
Yeah. It's just consistency, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people I think a lot of people thought, you know, a lot of associates and a lot of people when they start seeing me again in corporate America and told them what I plan to do, and they're like, oh man, he's very ambitious. You know what I'm saying?
That Rob's going to have fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they all like that stuff, but actually doing it is different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can sit there and sell them a dream, you know what I mean? But
yeah, you know, a lot of people talk, I get it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people talking about action, so they seen as believing, you know?
Absolutely.
I get it.
Very
you know?
true.
So,
I mean, like I says, I want to go back to your music, you know what I mean? Because I come across you had
You got a big,
your auntie, you know what I mean? You got a song with her, like
yeah. So we did a song called Angel. It's on the Red October album. I also do the remix with her and Ziggy Marley on her Crayons album, as well. And yeah, that's a legacy record for me. That's gonna pay me till I die, and I can pass it down to my kids. So I was going to Nashville and recording with her at the Sound Kitchen, and that's where like all the big country pop stars are at. To record at. So I met a lot of country pop stars before they like Taylor Swift was like 12 or something like that. I ran into her a few times, and a couple other country pop stars. But that's where we recorded at the Sound Kitchen. Everyone in Nashville, they know what I'm talking about. So she's like, this ain't it, that ain't it, this ain't it, that ain't it, so I had to go back to, go back home with my tail tucked in, and she's like, Rob, when you got a hit, what I'm saying, I'll let you know. So
how did that feel? I mean, how did that?
I mean, I was a little discouraged, but at the same time, though, she didn't say that she liked the music that I was producing, but she just like, this ain't it. I mean, and
how many times did you have to bounce back and forth before you got Angel?
Well, I was home, and one of my friends, Mackenzie Dutton, she was singing me this melody, and I was like, yo, I think this is gonna work. And I said, we need to do this and do that. And then she came back and demoed it for me. And I was like, oh, I gotta send this to my aunt. So I sent it to my uncle. I call him Uncle B, UB. My aunt's husband, Uncle Bruce Sedano. So I emailed him the record. He called me back in 5 minutes. He's like, Robert, that's it. We got it. We got a hit. And flew out to LA, and I was out in LA for about 6 months, and we started to record the record. And then when we were done recording the record, like 9 months later, she passed away.
Oh shit!
What would you say in that experience of that 9 months, the best knowledge or the best gem that you learned with that from her?
Well, with that, I'll tell you what she told me.
Yeah,
she told me when you have a level of success. Oh, first thing she said, when you have a hit record, it's undeniable. No one can deny it. Nobody, which is true. Mm-hmm. And then she said, when you have a certain level of success, you got to watch out for friends and family. She said it straight up like that. And I was like, oh,
wait,
shit.
Repeat that one more time.
When you get a level of certain success, you have to watch out for friends and family.
I mean, I don't mean to laugh at that, but you know what I mean? If you really,
I didn't see it coming.
That's
and I was kind of taken aback. I was like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, she said this. And but I ran into some situations where I was like, damn, she was right.
Right. Yeah.
She was right.
No doubt about it. And
so you always, you just gotta, especially in this music industry, you gotta always keep your Teflon vest on and your third eye open all the time. When you don't, that's when they get you.
It's a pretty beautiful thing you got that chance. I mean, to finally put out that track. You know
yeah.
what
So
I mean?
the thing was that it wasn't like she just didn't do it because I was her nephew. Like she told me, she's like, nah, Rob. She's like, Rob, you put in the work. You never asked me for any help. And, I made my way in the music industry, before I even got to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were telling her, like, yo, your nephew's coming. Mm-hmm. So when we did this session at the Paramount in L.A., the photographer, Turner, I think his name's Turner Photography, like, he worked with her for decades, you know what I'm saying? And my publicist, Tanya, had him come through, take the pictures. And she was just like, what? You know what I'm saying? So she was like, okay, nephew. You know what I'm saying? So... we just had a lot of fun too, man. She was very she joked a lot, man, and I got videotapes of us in the studio sessions that are I have them, and no one's ever seen them, and she was a comedian, man, and we had a ball, man, and she just taught me so much, and she schooled me about a lot of things, and she was a creative as well. She was an artist too. She painted, she was actually an artist, and she painted. She would sell her paintings for millions of dollars, man. It was wild, man. Right. So,
and it goes to. Really says a lot about how worldly you are. Is you've got an aunt.
I've just been blessed, man. I've just been blessed to be around so many great people and so being blessed being born where I was from, but also being born into a family like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. Is you have an aunt that blessed you with £1 pound.
Yeah.
Everything in between, and then a superstar aunt. That's
Right. But I had a lot of rough patches between them.
That's what I mean. It seems like there's a lot. That's what I'm saying. There's a wide stretch of life you had.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people in life think that, successful people never have it hard, and that's not true.
Yeah, a lot of people thought, because my aunt was Donnasummer, that I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, dog, that ain't even it, man. And a lot of people didn't know she was my aunt until she passed away. And that's when things got really interesting. Yeah. People who I was trying to rock with in Boston, like now they rocking with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it comes with the territory, so I didn't take it personal. I just say, all right, let's get the deal done.
Yeah, let's get to work.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, see, a lot of people, successful people, can do that. You know what I mean? But a lot of egotistic ones that can't grow, they can't collab like that.
Yeah. I've always wanted to collaborate with everybody that I thought that was nice and that was great and good. And I think some of their egos would like make them feel like I was, you know, kind of like trying to ride that wave. But no, I just want to, I think you're great and I think you're a dope artist. Like I just want to collaborate, you know what I'm saying? And make great music together. And I think that comes with a lot of people's egos or their insecurities because they feel if they get on the track with me, I might outshine them.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I know now it wasn't I wasn't the issue. It was them.
Right.
Plus, I'm a musician, so
how do you not perform to your best?
Huh?
How do you not perform to your best when you're performing and doing the thing you love?
Well, I didn't. You know, when you have so many different talents and like music talents, like you sing, you can rap, you can play instruments. That's a threat to somebody who just raps. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
You know,
because they're cornered that corner. You know what I mean? They don't have any other avenue.
Right. And it shouldn't be a threat. They should want to learn.
They should want to
collab.
learn.
They should collab like you.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter what, go from jazz to rap to you know what I mean, to rock to.
So I always want to learn from the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Great. I always want to collaborate with great people, and I eventually got to that point. I think all the people I wanted to collaborate when I was coming up. I think I hit my bucket list. You know, I did a record with KRS-One. I did a record with Ray J, and then I worked with Convict Music, the producers of Convict Music, and I mean, I've been, I don't know, man. I just
killing it.
Yeah, so I was just a go-getter, man. I just wanted to, I just have dreams too. I just have a dream about like being in front of thousands of crowds of people and stuff like that. So I knew I was destined for this. You know what I'm saying?
Where do people find the persistency that you do? Like that shit's fucking different, bro. I mean, I'm not saying everybody's fucking lazy nowadays. Part of my, but yo, listen, everything you do is just like. There's no red or there's no red or yellow lights. It seems like with you, straight green lights. Yeah. Just go. Bro, where do you find that?
I just grew up in a very extreme environment, man. Like my environment was like Boston. It's very like,
What about your parents? Like if you could pinpoint something that your parents instilled in your life that when you became an adult, you were like, oh, this is.
My dad's gonna get mad when he see it.
Yeah.
So my dad was like. My mom's is the one who was like, son, keep doing what you're doing. I believe in you, believe in God, keep your faith, this and that. But then my father was more like, think practical, you know what I'm saying, this and that, and like, reality, real world stuff, which is true. Like, nah, he ain't lying. Like when I got in the real world and shit got real, I was like, yo, my dad was right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still, my dad was a boxer. Like I used to box too. I forgot to mention that. Like I used to train with the Petronelli brothers when Marvin Hagler's the middleweight champion. I used to train with his trainers in Brockton. But I got jumped real bad when I was like maybe 13, 12. And my father's all right, you gotta learn how to fight. So my father was a boxer as well. And my father, he had us and he had to take care of us. So, it's that career side. I don't know if it did anything to him, made him a little jaded about it, but I would tell him when I was younger, I was like, yo, I want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I want to do this. I want to do it. And he's like, you got to think more practical, this and that. But then as the years went on, I started getting publications. Like I was in the Source magazine, the mixtape, I was in all this stuff. I got
proof of concept.
I was on the front page of the Boston Globe. They did a whole, section of me, a front page of the music section and stuff like that. My moms would tell me like, yeah, your father's bragging about you, but I'm like, you don't tell me, you know what I'm saying? But
on the low,
like, yo, my son, you know what I'm saying? So, but
dope, man.
But yeah, I mean, I got a good balance, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I got a decent balance about reality and also accomplishing your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because you need a balance. You need a balance, man. You need bread too. So it's like, I had to figure out how to get money.
Yeah, you had to find out how to be practical as well.
Invest in my career. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I had an investor, my man Pitt. I met him when I was in jail, and you know what I'm saying, and he put $1 million into Stay Grinding Inc. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So, but then
what is Stay Grinding? What would you say?
Stay Grinding Inc. is my label.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's I founded it in 2004 with my my other partner Francis Fawn. We produced together when I first came home to jail. I met him through my sister Taisha, and we called ourselves the Juggernauts. We started a production company, and then we started a label called Stay Grinding Inc. because I was always on my grind. So I was like, yo, let's call it Stay Grinding Inc. So we founded that in 2004. So Stay Grinding Inc. is not just a label. It's a way of life. People who strive every day to achieve and want to accomplish their dreams and goals.
Now, is that the one on your shirt right there?
Yes, sir. Okay. So this is the athletics, the Property Estate Grinder Inc. Y'all can get this on my site. Just go on to omegared Superfan and go to the shop. You'll find it right there. You know what I'm saying? So
support.
Yep. So I'm gonna give y'all some hoodies too. You know what I'm saying? I meant to tell y'all. So give me your sizes and I'll make sure y'all get some hoodies too.
Much love.
I appreciate the love.
Yeah, those are dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So did you start that out of a specific city, or was it just
it was founded
national?
in Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And then expanded to New York City, and then L.A. Now here in Western New York.
Okay. How many artists? Let's just say maybe. Yeah. I mean, can you give us a
I work with a
roundabout?
ton of artists, so it's hard to name them all. But
out of the label, how many artists do you think?
I didn't really sign a lot a lot of artists. I just did a lot of artist development and production. Right. So. Okay. Because sometimes artists they just be thinking just because they're talented, man, that everything's supposed to be handed to them, man.
Yeah, I've heard.
If you can't grind like me, like if you don't got the same energy and grind like me, why do I want to assign somebody who ain't gonna work as hard as me?
Right. If you can't bring to the table what I'm bringing, then what are you doing here?
Right.
I mean, and then people want to manage me. I'm like, how you gonna manage me? I got more connections than you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like those are the things you gotta, but I am gonna start work. I'm gonna be working with this very, very talented girl. Her name is Julia Chisholm. We're gonna be working on an EP together, and we just did a Welcome to New York album for the publishing company. I had what's the name? Her name's Moody. I met her at the all girl cipher over there at GCR that what's the name hosts Elijah hosted. And this other girl, Leali, she's on the album. Dirty O, he's on the album.
Sure.
Who else is on it? I think it's just I just got those three on the Welcome to New York album. So I'm starting to work with artists out here, trying show them the publishing game.
Yeah, that's dope. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's a great studio over there.
Oh, Maya the B, Maya by name. I produced a couple of records for her as well on her album. They're fire. Those records were the most starred on the joint. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm into I want to give music that's palatable for the masses. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like not change who they are, but just enhance whatever they're doing.
Yeah, let's scale up.
Yep, there you go.
So do you believe in even though you're a mixed race, do you believe in equal for everybody, for dark race as well as white? Or
Yeah, I like to blend, man. Like I just grew up that way.
Inspiring wise. I'm not talking about you want to inspire everybody, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Inspire.
So that's a good question because so I have my own networking group for like business, nonprofits, and business owners, and even music too. And my whole thing is creating a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? Because we all can learn from all different cultures.
100%.
So this is how I see things. I try to tell people when you go to the United Nations, what do you see? You see people there from all over every country come trying to solve a worldly problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we need to start in our own community.
No doubt.
Take what they're doing and just apply it to our community. It's still smaller, but all the cultures, all the races come together to solve these problems and create an ecosystem with each other. And and I want to see more. I do want to see more African Americans and take more responsibility for our own ecosystem and level ourselves up financially. And I think we'll be respected a lot more.
So you talk about African American and police officers, going to get these jobs that are frowned upon against that?
No, I don't think that's I don't think any job African American get is going to be frowned upon. Is what I'm saying? I think you just got to change the narrative.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying frowned upon in that type of way. I'm talking about how they got to get up and get out there and put themselves out there. So the equal, the equal rights.
We need people in all those positions.
That's what I'm saying right there.
And then when they do come on back,
that's what's going to even the playing field. We got people in positions to represent us.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. No, that's you.
No, I got you. We got there.
Yeah, no,
absolutely.
Yeah,
So where are you looking at for the future right now? What's
the future's right here in Buffalo, man. That's the future.
Well,
the future's
why
now.
do I hear that? Why do I hear the development is coming here? Like, what is?
I've been here for a while, man. This has been it's been really progressive like the past 5 years, man. And people say, we're in a renaissance. Like the renaissance has been here for the past 10 years. So I'm doing whatever I can to shift the culture, man. Like I'm doing whatever I can, man. So the future is now.
Yeah, it sure is. If it's not, man, it's in about 5 minutes. For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
Every time it's like you're done with something, it's on to the next thing. It might not even be related.
Yep. So, but yeah, but the future, like I'm working on my album right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's called Red October. And then after that, I'm gonna be doing this little EP with my man Amady. It's gonna be crazy.
Shit, Amady.
Okay. Little collaboration right there.
I got no, seriously, I'm getting goosebumps listening to his beats.
I know. I was watching.
I mean, not to bring him up in your story, but that boy right there, he puts it in, bro.
It's time, man. It's time.
Yeah, and I think that's a nice little collaboration. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, watch, you see.
I really can't wait to hear that, man.
Yeah. Yo, you should do something to the beat, to the intro, just a little something.
We'll see.
Yeah. Give us some words. Where we at, Jay? You got some new questions? Or we
Dag, it's an hour already. Dag, man.
Are we at an hour?
We close, man. We close.
Let me ask you this. Is there anything we haven't touched up on that you want to touch up on?
Like I said, man, I'll just love to come back, you know what I'm saying, once the album drops, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So I just dropped a single with super producer, Grammy Award winning producer 88 Keys. The video's out right now. He's in the video as well. I just dropped that single and I'm pushing that right now. So everyone go check out that video. I'm trying to get more subscribers. I just finally got over 1K subscribers on YouTube. So that's a big milestone for me. Because I've been low key for a while.
They say the first 1,000 is the hardest.
Yeah, so just come check me out. Follow me on all my social media. My handle is omegared superfan. How you spell it is omegared, so it's OMEGARED. Super is spelled SUPA, and fan is FAN. So it's omegared superfan.
Hey. Oh yeah.
Holla at me, get at me. I'll get right back at you.
Yeah.
We like to end these
statements.
Yeah, we like to end these segments, with a very positive thing of what a person could, provide for somebody.
Yeah.
What is music to you? Define music.
Music to me is the soundtrack to people's lives, but it's also something spiritual. It's also a time traveler. It could take you back to the time where you listen to that song. So music to me is the fabric of the universe, actually. You know what I'm saying?
So it's all around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. That's exactly how I feel like I listen to music. Is it brings me back to maybe the first time or the best time I heard that song.
Yep. It releases these endorphins, you know what I'm saying? When we hear it, that's why we're all dancing and having fun, a good time, doing all that crazy stuff. Back in the day we were kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially we were teenagers, you know how we used to get popping.
Yeah. No,
I wish I could move like I did back in the day.
right.
Yeah. I mean, I can still get down, but hey, don't be bringing up that split. My cameraman over here. Yeah, I like those socks too.
Wait. There's a split? Is there a split on the video?
I can do a split, but I don't know if I'll do it for the video.
Well, now you have
I'm
to.
200.
You just told the world it's possible.
I'm 200 and well, we're not gonna go there.
Yo, you guys tune in.
A whole lot of sexiness. No.
To make sure you turn in.
No, I can do a split.
Yeah, well, make sure that you all tune in because we're gonna get him doing a split.
Shaq, he's fast.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Yo,
like
listen, I like your lane. That's what you do. I really admire. I love that go because there's not. Listen, in life, people fail to realize there's nothing stopping you but yourself.
Yeah, but I respect you too, though. I see you on your grind too, bro. I see what you're doing too, man. So kudos to you too, brother.
No doubt.
But people like that, you know what I mean? Just you in general, the way you develop from your ethnicity, you know what I mean, your mixed ethnicity race to what you went through in the military to what you went through rapping in prison. I like to call college, you know what I mean? But what you went through all these things to develop into a go-getter right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, man, I just seen what success looked like. I wanted to get there, but I tried to take shortcuts, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
being that you said that, what can you suggest to somebody when they get there so it doesn't throw them off and they, listen, I got all this money now, I can do whatever I want.
Just slow down.
Okay.
Slow down. When you get the bread, slow down. You know what I'm saying? Really watch the people who are around you. A lot of my mistakes was trusting the people that I thought had my back.
Your investments.
Yeah, that too. And just people who be around people who generally want to see you be successful. I think I had a lot of people around me early in my career who they want to just use me for my connections, and they were afraid of my success because they thought I was going to leave them behind because that's something they would have done.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be real mindful and real careful of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of the day, an artist, you're the boss of your career and your life. So don't let anyone make any decisions for you. You could take advice and you could take consultation, but at the end of the day, you're the boss. Absolutely. Even though someone is putting up the money for you and this and that, you're still the boss to make decisions of your creativity. And if you don't want that, then you got to come up, you know what I'm saying? If you want to have some type of creative control of your of people investing, you got to come up, you know, you got to put some money up too. Because a lot of people want to invest in you anyway if they don't see you investing in yourself. So I'm at the point now, I just do what I want to do. When I want to do a project, I'm going to put the project out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm putting all my bread into it. Absolutely. And if someone wants to come in, it's going to be a 50-50 thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to have creative control because I'm putting up half of that bread. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're just putting the investment to see the return. You know what I'm saying? Because they already see I already got the ball rolling.
Even the time spent is huge.
So, so that's all I say. Just keep it slow. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. Look at your investments, you know what I'm saying? Buy property, you know what I'm saying? Build equity, you know what I'm saying? And also start your own publishing company, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people get into this game and don't even understand what ASCAP or BMI is. You know what I'm saying? This is how you pass down it's like digital equity, you know what I'm saying? Intellectual property, you know what I'm saying? It's just how you say a physical property, your house, intellectual property, it's intellectual property. So that can be passed down to legacy to generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? Your publishing is pretty much real estate. You know what I'm saying? Like musical real estate. Justin Bieber is about to sell his publishing for like $200 million. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of intellectual property.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Michael Jackson owns Sony too. A lot of people didn't know that. He owned Sony, half of Sony publishing.
Yeah, I heard he was buying up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. So.
I mean, that's what happens. You know what I mean? A lot of
yeah, so you know, get your publishing right, own your own publishing company. A lot of people think they can't. A lot of artists don't think they can own their own publishing. You can
chase that dream.
Yep, chase it. You know what I'm saying, and make it a reality. I say the audacity, the dream, something to make it happen. I can't remember.
Reach for that
fruit.
You
must get like 5 hours of sleep a day only.
Well, yeah, just stay on your grind. You know what I'm saying? Stay grinding. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, have insane confidence and faith in yourself, and just
don't be scared to fail.
I failed numerous times, man.
Don't be scared. Get yourself up.
Yep, pick yourself up. I know it's hard. Rejection's hard. Trust me, I know it, man. You know what I'm saying? But if you believe in what you're doing, eventually something's gonna pop. You just gotta stay consistent.
100%. Like I said, bro, we really, really thank you for stopping on out and sharing your last words. You know what I mean? Your little experience. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can enlighten, you know what I mean, the next little generation to come and hit that little fire that you got.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No doubt. Found some inspiration myself tonight.
So, like I said, thanks for tuning in. You got KP here.
Daniel Farmington.
And the one and only
Omegared. Holla at your red Negro.
Yeah.
The kid got a mean flow, came from the underground, and like the phoenix I rose, set the bar high, never low standards. You gotta come up to my level, think you can manage? A lot of people wanna doubt my lyrical skills, so I spit crack like krills, and I know you heard crack kills. Murderer, homicide, decapitation, however you want it, catch a deadly laceration. Dudes are funny, jerk-offs, masturbation. Too short to box a rob, don't ever mistake it. Stay on my job, J.O.B. Always kept it real thorough on these Boston streets. Dorchester, Randolph, rep me heavily. They know where I'm from and where I'm headed to be. UFC, Ultimate Fighter, Nick Diaz, I'm a Bostonian brawler. You see me coming, better get out my way. Like Dirty Harry Punk, come on, make my day. You're gonna get sprayed with the verbal AK. And if you don't move, you're gonna hit a sound. Plow, 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 like a pistol. Plow, 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 like a pistol. Plow, 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 like a pistol. My words are legal like a bullet from a pistol. Spit acid, Jimi Hendrix on you motherfuckers. Eat you MCs for lunch, Fudd Ruckers. Give me pounds, give me dap, but you ain't my brother. No more stabbing in the back, I got my back covered. Ha, ninja, lyrical assassin. Still getting big love like Bill Paxton. Do it for the money, do it for the passion. Do it for the fans when they see me live in action. I'm the main attraction. Laughing at y'all dudes, don't think you still can't get your ass kicked. Got enough ammunition, got a lot of rounds. Undisputed champ, I can go pound for pound. Cirque du Soleil, bunch of clowns. You gon' need a pass when you up in my town. I know you heard them Boston boys don't play around. Think you the king? Well, I'm about to snatch your crown. You see me coming, better get out my way. Like Dirty Harry Punk, come on, make my day. You're gonna get sprayed with a verbal AK. And if you don't move, you're gonna hear a sound. Plow, 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 like a pistol. Plow, 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 like a pistol. Plow, 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 like a pistol. My words are legal like a bullet from a pistol. I see your end of days, of days. There is no higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To build my kingdom, I had to use fire. I won't stop rocking till I retire.